Hi, everyone. Thanks so much and welcome back. I had a very interesting experience last night at Chuck E. Cheese. As some of you know, I have a daughter. She's 6 years old. So, we're kind of in the mix of birthday parties, gatherings, what have you. And we were just actually, we had a party earlier in the day too. So it was just a nice day of watching my daughter have fun. And so that second party was at Chuck E. Cheese. Didn't think too much of it, feeling good, ready for some pizza, birthday cake, little fruit punch. And the party was unfolding just fine. And we got to the point where it was time to cut the birthday cake. So I needed to, and if you've ever been to a party at Chuck E. Cheese, you know that it can be kind of tight in the room. And I needed to kind of get by a gentleman. I didn't think too much of it. I said, Excuse me, sir, I need to get by." Thought maybe he didn't hear me. Again, "Excuse me, sir, I need to get on by." And I was certain he had heard me at this point. And then the third time, "Sir, excuse me," he turns around and says, "You're excused. You're excused." Okay, so at this point, this and I isolate this situation because it was extremely unnecessary. And I think to myself in a moment like that, clearly he's not in balance. What if I was not in balance? What if I had not worked on myself to the extent where in a moment like that, I'm going to share with you my method for dealing with the lack of balance we have in this world. And I'm hoping that this is something that in those moments, because it can happen on the road with road rage. I mean, in the grocery store, people just popping off because you never know who you're dealing with. You never know what the backdrop of their lives, what's involved, and what's going on for them. So immediately what I did, and this is what I tell myself in those situations. Unfortunately, this is not the first time it's happened. I tell myself immediately, "Sheila, go to the middle. Go to the middle, go to the center." Because in the center, that's the place of balance. You don't want to go too far to the right. You don't want to go too far to the left. When someone is showing you that kind of behavior, that's why we say, "Oh, they're out in left field. They've gone to the left." I immediately, in real time, it was like millisecond, "Sheila, go to the center. Go to the center." I walked past him. The man still had a couple of very unnecessary comments to make. The way I present to you guys on the videos is the way I present in the world. But this was just kind of a nasty character who was out of balance. And I kept telling myself, "Go to the center, darling. Go to the center." Get over by the kids to cut the cake. I could still, number one, I could feel his eyes on me. And then I looked up and I saw him and said, "Wow, we really have a problem here." And what I want you to know, when someone is to that level of agitation and aggression, what you never want to do is give them what they want, which is a hook for you to hook on to, and then you're really going to be off to the races. So again, you tell yourself, "Go to the center." I continued on with the children, didn't look at him. The more he kept acting a fool, the crazier and crazier it all looked on his end. And the situation kind of dissipated and resolved. But I'm telling you that when you're in the malls, when you're in your car, just always keep that in your awareness. I'm surrounded by folks who are imbalanced, and it can manifest itself in a lot of ways. So I had a near miss at Chuck E. Cheese. Don't want it to happen to you. I'm here to educate, inspire, and warn. Thanks so much. I'll catch up with you soon.